Good afternoon. My name is Elijah Gregg, and I'm the president of the class of 2020 here at Dodgeville High School. What seems like decades ago, I wrote a speech to commemorate our graduation. The following is the remnants of that speech, because frankly, it still holds as true today as when I wrote it, despite the unique circumstances. The thesis was that I honestly don't know most of the people I am tasked with speaking for today. I mean, sure, we could pick each other out of a lineup, and maybe we've had a polite conversation or two, but I don't know anything about your hopes, fears, or experiences. It makes trying to speak for you feel wrong, or even arrogant. Everyone has their own story to tell, and it's condescending having that condensed into a 5-minute speech. I think it's important to recognize that fact, that we are a group of individuals bound together by a handful of connective threads. I really think that we possess two significant commonalities. Number one, we are all graduates of the Dodgeville High School class of 2020. Our participation in the history of this school carries with it some distinction. Some of our teams will be honored on the walls of the gymnasium, names etched into memorials, and groups and individuals alike will be presented as examples to future Dodgers of our legacy. And while it's important to applaud the efforts of standouts like, for instance, the distinguished alumni, I feel like within that, those who are not as adept academically or athletically might be made to feel as though their experiences are not important. This, however, is not the case. There are 122 people in the class of 2020, and each person, including myself, is merely one constituent of that body. The people graduating today have experienced the world independently from you. They may have undergone or be going through some similar experiences, but ultimately, they have an entirely different set of memories, successes, failures, relationships, and circumstances. It is these differences that make the lasting tapestry of our class, and any up until this point, unique unto themselves. It is our culture that defines us, not the number of names in the Hall of Fame. The second similarity, although it certainly doesn't feel like it, is that we are graduating here today. This means that we're all going to undergo significant change in the coming months. Whether that's entering the armed forces, beginning secondary education, or joining the workforce, the time has come for us to move beyond DHS. Regardless of your plans, you should know that you aren't alone in contemplating the uncertainty of your future. There's no magical crystal ball that can tell us how things are going to pan out. All we know for certain is that the next chapter of our life will begin in just a few pages. It is up to us to make the best of the opportunities that come available as we each take the reins for the first time in our lives. And the resilience of our class indicates that things will probably work out for us. I mean, we went from learning in a construction zone to graduating on a Zoom call during an epidemic, so I'm sure we can handle a board meeting or two. In closing, sit back, relax, and just enjoy this moment. We have accomplished some great things in our time at DHS. Parents, guardians, teachers, coaches, and administrators, this ceremony is also a celebration of your guidance in education. It may be bittersweet to watch us leave, but know that the mere fact that we're here reflects your commitment, love, and devotion. Simply put, we are who we are because of all that you've done and continue to do. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you. And cheers to us, guys. We made it. Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Connie, the exchange student from Germany. I had to go home a little bit earlier during COVID-19, but I just wanted to say that I had so much fun the last 9 months, and thank you that I could be a part of your school. I'm so thankful for all of you, for the teachers, for the cross-country team, for my host family, and just for everyone that helped me during this year. I have learned that you don't have to be the best, you just have to be the best person you can be. And I'm so thankful that I was able to meet so many amazing people. And I wish the class of 2020 good luck in the next years. I hope we will see each other soon. Bye!
Hey guys, it's Guillaume, the French exchange student. It's been a while now. I turned back in France, and I got to say now that I met wonderful people, such as staff workers, teachers, and obviously students. You guys always cheers me up, and that's meant a lot. I was integrated in the high school, and I will be always grateful towards you guys for that. I wish you the best for the future, and hopefully I will come back in Dodgeville one day to see all of you again. And thanks again for this amazing year.
Hey there, here is Martina from Italy. I just want to thank all of you guys for this amazing experience. First of all, my host family. I will always be so grateful for everything they did for me, but also all the teachers, the staff members of the Dodgeville High School, and of course all of my friends. For me, it's been a pleasure to be a student of the Dodgeville High School, and I hope all of you guys are doing great, and I hope to see all of you guys again, and of course, go Dodgers!
Hello and congratulations! My grandfather, Michael Kruba, graduated from Dodgeville High School in 1952 as valedictorian of his class. His dream was to further his education and become a math teacher, but after the death of his dad, he had to take over as head of the Quality Bakery. After adapting his plans and refocusing his interests, he made the bakery into one of the best in Southwest Wisconsin. As we graduate today in this unconventional manner, I cannot help but notice some similarities between our graduation and my grandfather's. Plans that we have for ourselves can change in an instant, whether at the hand of a global pandemic or simply life's curveballs. What's important is that we keep an optimistic outlook and keep going. I feel so lucky to have been fostered in a community of teachers and mentors who have given me support during all of life's changes, and I am so proud to belong to a class that has done the same. We've stuck together like glue these past 12 years, developed truly lifelong friendships, and have had a lot of fun growing up together. Thanks for being the best class ever.
Hello, fellow Americans! I'll leave all that genuine and emotional stuff to those better than me, and instead leave you with a few wise words. We are here to witness the passing of a generation, and potentially our entire physical school system. But have no fear. We may live in dark times, but if you open your eyes, it won't be as dark. Look to the future, but not too far, or you will see the inevitable collapse of our environment. But in all seriousness, we are the ones responsible for the future. Don't fall victim to others' opinions being forced on you, whether that be through social media, news, respected individuals, or even your friends. Think for yourself and develop your own opinions, but develop those opinions based on science and facts. We all want to return to normal, but is returning to normal the route we want to go with? Is that really such a good idea? Looking at the environment fix itself while we're in quarantine kind of proves that we're the ones breaking it. These issues are unfortunately going to be left with us, and it is up to us to try and change them. Without change, we're gonna decimate this planet. But it's not too late. Now is the time to seize the opportunity to shift in the direction of progress and preservation. Even though the world is kind of painful, especially at the moment, you need to pay attention. We are being left with a mess to clean up. So, let's try not to screw it up. Well, anyway, for the moment, good job, kiddos! You did it! And now I say unto you, ciao.
I came in my freshman year from St. Joe's knowing only a few kids from the public school. Just like everyone else, I was worried it'd be hard to find new friends. But instead of struggling to find friends, the class of 2020 was nothing but accepting to me and the other kids. I met new friends and made endless memories that I will treasure for the rest of my life. This class has played a huge role in shaping me into who I am today. From the first day of freshman year, this class has grown together and somehow made it all the way to a graduation from home. Many people think that the best goal to have in high school is to graduate number one or to get into the best college. But I think the most important goal for every high school student should be to figure out who they really are and what path suits them best. High school is when we all start to grow up and decide what path we want to take in life, whether it be military, workforce, or higher schooling. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I'm happy to have had. Thank you to the class of 2020 and everybody that has helped us get here. I'll never forget you.
As high school ends, though I'm sure it ended 2 months earlier for some, most of us find ourselves wishing we were back in school to end it together. However, instead of looking back, we should all be looking towards what is to come. Whether that be serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, joining the ranks of society as an active worker, or going on to further your education at a college or university. Everyone's future is bright and overflowing with potential. I mean, I've never seen a class with so much diverse skills and abilities, from understanding the intricacies and inner workings of an engine to how particles interact with each other, to being able to craft a paragraph that can bring you to tears. You would be incredibly hard-pressed to find someone in the DHS class of 2020 who doesn't know how to do something well. So, as we move on in each of our lives, go forth and use that expertise and knowledge, maximize your potential, and live your lives to the fullest.
As we wrap up the final days of our senior year of high school, I want to thank my class and school for all the memories and opportunities throughout the years. While we are often a lot to handle, as our teachers would probably agree, I like to think we were just determined and headstrong. We went through a lot together, from mourning over the loss of Mr. Weigel in middle school, to enduring the construction of freshman year, and now graduating in the midst of a pandemic. Even though we don't get to say goodbye like the other classes have gotten to throughout the years, I think we'll look back on this weird, unique situation with some kind of fondness later on in life. After all, we really got to know the meaning of never taking anything for granted. Now, as everyone goes their separate ways from here on out, whether it be working, attending some sort of higher education, or joining the armed forces, I hope all of us can reunite someday soon and have a bunch of great stories and adventures to share with one another about our lives after graduating high school.
Dodgeville High, class of 2020. As I grew up with all of you, it became quite obvious that we are different. Different in an unforgettable way. We share this unbreakable bond that I have never witnessed amongst any other class. Growing up together during such difficult times, like the loss of Mr. Weigel, and now the COVID-19 pandemic, we've had to have each other's backs, let each other know it's okay to feel emotion, and lend our hands to help pick each other back up. I know this goes way back to 8th grade, but when we all held hands listening to Wiz Khalifa See You Again during our school dance in honor of Mr. Weigel, we were one. And today, although apart, we are reaching one similar goal: graduation as one. I now realize as I graduate today that life will be filled with unforgettable moments, but those will only add to my collection, for this class is most unforgettable. I'd like to say thank you to my mom, my siblings, all of the DHS staff, and most importantly, the class of 2020, for you have all helped shape me into the friend, student, sister, and daughter I am today. Thank you.
For most of us, high school is where we grow up. We get to decide who we are, discover what we really enjoy, and make plans that will lead us to the next chapters of our lives, whatever those may hold. We also get a taste of the freedom that comes with adulthood, while keeping the safety net in our families and our school staff that will catch us when a mistake causes us to stumble. And we have a community that surrounds us and supports us fully for no other reason than our youth. Education is important, and it certainly has a substantial place here, but the new friends and the discovery of self are the truest blessings of the high school experience. I'm so grateful to have been given a piece of that experience. We were told to make our speeches about the things that, looking back, we now know to be true. I have come to know that the mad struggle for popularity you see in movies and on TV is neither as scary nor as mysterious as it seems. Actually, it's quite simple. No matter what you do, you will be judged for your actions, but what you will be remembered for is your character. Embrace your personality, temper it if you must, but it will escape you entirely if you do not live through it. Find what sets you apart from the crowd and let others see that. Then, be willing to accept others, despite their differences. It is very likely that this acceptance will be reciprocated. If you show others the same respect you show yourself, you are bound to find acceptance and belonging during your high school years. Be cool, but be yourself, and keep your head up. You've got this.
Reflecting back on the last 4 years at Dodgeville High School, and how students from Dodgeville Middle School and students from St. Joseph's Catholic School came together to start a new journey with one another is incredible. As freshmen, we all walked into the school while it was under construction. We even had to move all of the furniture in and out of the building. Still not sure why we had to do that. Anyways, as seniors, the school began construction once more. It is crazy to think about how much the school and we as a class have changed in the last 4 years. Nothing about our high school experience has been quite normal. Whether it was being evacuated for a gas leak, objects falling from the ceiling, or even graduating online, it has been a strange 4 years to say the least. However, through these unusual circumstances, we have all learned how to adapt to whatever situations life throws our way. As we are now graduating high school and heading our separate ways, I wanted to ask all of you to keep that skill and continue adapting to life's experiences. Congratulations, class of 2020, and thank you for all the memories these past 4 years.
The last 4 years have been full of changes. Small changes such as hair, clothes, or favorite foods, but also big changes such as who we're friends with or even entire identities. Regardless of who we are or where we come from, all of us have gone through a transformation over the past 4 years that will shape the outcomes of our lives. We all have ideas on where we are going or what we want to do, but it is almost certain that these too will change. We'll go off to college and realize we hate our major. We'll go to the military and realize that we might want to change how we serve our country. Or maybe we'll go into the workforce and realize that there are options that we never knew existed. And this is okay. For now, we don't have to worry about that. Even though we're apart, let's reflect on what brings us together. As seniors, we have come together during this strange time to celebrate each other and all that we have gone through as a class of 2020. I urge us all to think about how much has changed to us and because of us over the past 14 years, and reflect on how we hope to continue our impact on the world as we depart from what has been the foundation of our lives.
Welcome today to all of the 2020 Dodgeville High School graduates, their parents, relatives, friends, school board members, administration, and staff. Of course, this is a graduation today unlike any other. It is my honor and privilege to be asked to speak to you today, and more importantly, it has really been an honor and a privilege for me to be able to share my love of history for the past 41 years. 45 years ago, as I was anxiously preparing to become the first in my family to go to college, my mother, Lydia Tank, told me, never forget who you are and where you come from. What she was really saying to me at that time was, Chuck, don't change. Don't let any success you might have go to your head. And I'm going to say the same to you. And I'm going to go one step further. Life is really about change. You'll be different at age 30 than you are at age 18. You're going to change even more from age 30 to age 60. Your life is in front of you, and you look at me and you think, I'm never going to be that old. God willing, you will be. Many will tell you how fast life goes by. Doesn't it seem like just yesterday you were a freshman sitting in the gym at orientation? It's going to go by quickly. So as you go through life, keep several things in mind. Number one, know who you are. Understand yourself. Everyone has strengths and everyone has weaknesses. At the awards program the other night, I was amazed at how many of the strengths that you all possess. Yet no one is great at everything. Play to your strengths and try to improve your weaknesses. Next, think, and think a lot. Have a plan for yourself. Have a plan of what you're going to become and who you are going to become. As you think, have a few people, or at least one, whom you can trust. Have a mentor, someone you can never be afraid to ask, what do you think about this? Or what should I do, without being judged. Mentors are invaluable. In anything that you do, and especially in your relationships, know the importance of communication. It's crucial to everything that you do in life. And the most important part, I believe, in communication is the ability to listen. In life, you're going to have obstacles. Nothing great ever really comes easily. Have drive and persistence. Never give up. Never quit. I have also found that you should not take shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts. Take care of the little things, and the big things tend to take care of themselves. And lastly, don't forget, never forget, the importance of your family. They're there for you. They love you. Today, no one is prouder of you than they are. So as you move on in life, make them even more proud. So I say to you today, thank you. I wish you all the best for the rest of your lives. And now that I am retiring, tank historical humor really is a thing of the past. Thank you.
Welcome to tonight's graduation ceremony. In the Honors Night celebration, Tim Kinney referred to the class of 2020 as being clay and molded by those around you. However, I believe each of you has done just as much molding yourselves. All the people I'm about to mention shared stories with me on how you molded their first year or their last year in current positions as coaches, educators, and administrators. Starting with Miss Kuhn and your creativity while you told stories for the Chronicle with Packer memorabilia. Or Miss Kite and the end of the year class video that she has never repeated since your class, as it left everyone in tears, sobbing as they prepared for summer. Do you remember that goodbye song by Greg and Steve? And then there was Mr. Stadola, your basketball coach, as he tried to prepare lessons for you on teamwork, sacrifice, discipline, and work ethic. And then that dreaded summer between 7th and 8th grade. You showed multiple communities how to come together and show the love for an educator who knew how to pick you up when you were down or pull that chair out from underneath you when you needed a good laugh. Luke Weigel was legendary to many of you, and the Weigel Foundation is returning that love with a memorial forever at Dodgeville Middle School. Recovering from that summer, you would explore with Mr. Dower and student teacher at the time, Mr. McGivern. They would prepare historic lessons or feats of strength with their workout routines. Your 8th grade years, you would also pull off some more amazing performances by highlighting your many talents vocally and instrumentally in The Miracle at Midnight with Principal Sue McGraw, or that epic confetti cannon with Principal Sally Baxter. Then while concluding your senior year, you would find multiple ways to mold our new staff here at the high school of Mr. Gorniak, Mr. Butasoff, and Mr. Martin. You would play games of pig and name that fish. You would update them on the top performing artists or rappers, running the halls to model elevated heart rates, or that encouragement to perform on The Greatest Showman on the beam and the floor routines. You would also provide those daily positive greetings for all of our staff to enjoy. And then there was that 4th term, the term where you would pull off the longest senior skip day in school history, leaving our staff to question every activity and lesson to ensure we are teaching the most important concepts through virtually any means possible. Which gets me to your class motto by Ralph Waldo Emerson. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I am proud to announce that the class of 2020 has been themselves. They have met all of the graduation requirements necessary to complete their high school education. Be determined to make our new normal better than before. Stay well and never, never, never give up. Congratulations, class of 2020.
I would like to offer my personal congratulations to each and every member of the Dodgeville High School graduating class of 2020. And at the same time, to all of your families and your teachers and the entire community who helped you get to where you are today. There are so many people who have a stake in this achievement, from your kindergarten teachers through your high school teachers. Mrs. Esch, Mrs. Kuhn, Mrs. Hotman, Mr. Bradley, Mrs. Baxter, or Mr. McGraw. To aunts and uncles, grandparents, neighbors, employers, and especially to your parents, congratulations. You know, graduates, we are so very proud of you. We are proud of you because you represent the very best of what we are as people and as a community. Even as young folks, you have helped to shape our communities. I don't know if your greatest moments have been on the athletic field, in the classroom, on the stage, in the shop, in the hallways, or someplace outside of school, at work, or in your homes. But you have helped to shape our community. And during this time, your joys have been our joys. When you celebrated, we celebrated as well. And your sorrows have been our sorrows. When you cried, we cried. And today, your dreams are our dreams. Your visions of the future have become our visions of the future. On this day of your graduation, I ask you to dream of a world that is kinder, more caring, more resilient, more humble, and more compassionate. We don't need bigger buildings. We don't need faster cars, taller mountains, deeper rivers. The creations of man and of nature are awesome enough to sustain us, even though there will be many more man-made creations to come in your lifetime. But we need a vision of a world that is more inclusive of all people, more sustainable for all generations, and more unified to face the challenges of this world together. So when you dream, don't just dream of a nice day at a beach, or a nice car, or a nice home, family, even a nice job. Dream of a world that embraces us all. Dream of a world that cares for each and every one of us in our moments of strength, but especially in our moments of vulnerability. That's when we need each other the most. And remember, as you dream of this world, you don't have to build the world alone. We will be working with you. We will build this world together. Because today, and every day moving forward, your dreams are our dreams, and your future is our future. Let's move on and build it together. Congratulations and best wishes to you as you move on to chase your dreams and to shape our world. Good luck to you.
On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. We are so very proud to help you celebrate your accomplishments today during this most unique of times. As you enter the next chapter in life, remember that there is no script. In the words of Oliver Wendell Holmes, greatness is not where we stand, but in what direction we are moving. The path forward may not be as clear as you once thought, but know this: you will not be defined by the hardships you face, but rather how you respond to them.
And you, the class of 2020, have represented the Dodgeville and Ridgeway communities with integrity, compassion, and a determination that has made your communities very proud. Your achievements and character have raised the bar for all that follow. And remember, a penny saved is a penny earned.
Go confidently and know that you are prepared for whatever path you choose. You are prepared for all of the successes and all of the setbacks that your life will bring.
Not long ago, you were the future. Well, that future is here, and it's your time to take the lead and make an impact.
Whether your life's work keeps you close or takes you far, know that you've made a lasting impression here forever.
Thank you for being an inspiration in our communities, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You may now return your task.
outside.
Graduate. Oh no!